Franklin, come on up here. He didn't know I was going to do this. Come on up here. You have an incredible testimony. All your life being estranged from your father, and just take 2-3 minutes, whet their appetite. Sometime we'll let you tell the whole story, but I thought it was good today when I saw you walking in. I just felt the Spirit said, have Franklin to just share that testimony, and then I'm going to have you to pray for all the people that maybe have been estranged from their father.
I appreciate it. Thank you. I definitely was not prepared for today to come up here. But as long as I am, at least I'm wearing my Converse today. So
here we go. You look good. You look
Thank
good.
you. Just a short story is I was raised my entire life by my mom. I never knew my biological father. And me and my mom were so close. You know, I actually got a little bit clear with my family yesterday, actually, to really understand the full story, because I really didn't know it. And just to let you know how close I was with my mom, from about 0 to, if I break up, I'm sorry. From 0 to 10 years old, I slept every day with my mom, every day. And we just had a bond that was inseparable. And at 7 years old, my mom got remarried. And when she got remarried, right when she got remarried to Eli, she told him he doesn't know his father. He doesn't know who he is. He never really met him. The father didn't want anything to do with him. And so my mom made it a point to have Eli adopt me as quickly as possible. And we never knew why. We never knew why. My mom said, you at least need to meet who your dad is. And, you know, at a young age, I was like, whatever, as long as we go to Chuck E. Cheese, right? So, you have no idea. So, from other people's account, not mine because I can't remember, when I went to Chuck E. Cheese to meet my biological father, he's standing there, and the only reason why I thought we were related, because at the time I was a tall kid, even at 7, I was about the same height and we're the same skin color. And in Brandon, okay, so we're alike. So when I get there and he's standing there, my mom's in the background. She just wanted to see how I was going to react. And how the story goes is when I'm at Chuck E. Cheese, I literally do this. And I walk right past him. I never knew who he was. As a young boy, I'm going to share this testimony because somebody who's watching this needs to hear this. When I heard this story, I didn't realize how bad it was. My mom knew instantly she needed me to be adopted. And I never knew what was the urgency behind it. Like, it was something that she had no clue about, but she just knew that God was saying he needs to have a father. Yeah. Not a man. There's a difference between somebody who has a child and a father.
That's right.
I want you to hear this. There's a difference between, hey, I know this guy, that's my kid, between a father who raises a man. Yeah. I truly believe as a parent, your obligation is to make your child the best adult possible. Yeah. And then you let them go. My mom made it so urgent that at 8 years old, almost 9, I was adopted, and my biological father gave up all rights. He owed so much child support, and he just realized, like, I'm going to go to jail. I'm never going to have this relationship. I might as well give him up. And that's what he did, which is fine. You know, God had a plan. And I'll tell you the plan. At 10 years old, I had a baseball tournament, and my mom was pregnant with my baby brother Jordan, and she's giving birth at that time frame. At the baseball tournament, I won like MVP. I was a very good baseball player my whole life. My mom came to the games and everything. That week, she gave birth. The whole family was super excited. Finally, I have a brother I could beat up on, right? And when that occurred, we won the tournament. And we were supposed to see my mom at the hospital. And so everybody is super excited because my mom was the type of person that when you meet her with her smile, you'll never forget her. She was that type of person. And this is from everybody. Like 30 years later, I still get people that say, oh my God, I can't believe your mom was so awesome. That night, we got a phone call. Hey, come visit your mom and Jordan. Everything's fine. Just come and say hello. The baby's doing great. I get a call. That Saturday, we go down there. When I get there, the entire waiting room area is there of my family, and they're all crying. And I didn't know why. I had no idea what was going on. I thought something was wrong with Jordan. When I get there, my dad, who I call my dad, Eli Cruz, he comes up to me and he says, your mom died. I said, excuse me? He said, your mom died. And I didn't believe it. I thought it was a joke. And I ran out. And you know those things you push to open the door? I hit it so hard, I broke my hand. And right there, I was like, oh my God, what just happened now? And she did pass. My mom passed, giving birth to my baby brother. My brother survived. But the reason why I say this story, this is how the state works, or the government. When my mom passed, if my mom never pushed for an adoption, I would have gone back to a man I never knew who he was, that I literally walked past. Jesus Christ, God already had a plan and already implanted that plan in my mom at a very young age, saying he needs to be adopted. I'm not going to tell you the whole plan because you don't need to know, Nancy, but something's going to happen. That's right. But you need to have this situated. So I was raised by an amazing man. But if that never happened at a young age, I would have went back and I would have lived in New York City in a very bad area. But I wasn't. I was raised by the Cruz family. And now you see me today. But I give so much credit to that because my mom was obedient. That's right. For the fathers that are listening to this, if you haven't seen your child, if you haven't stepped up, today you can do that. Mm-hmm. You can do it any time frame. Oh, well, the past is this, and forget the past. It already happened. There's nothing you could do. You could do something right now. All I ask for my own life is that one day, and I told my dad when I saw him yesterday, I was at his house, and I was like, I didn't understand the impact, but my dad was only 27 years old when he adopted me. And he just lost his wife. He has a brand new child, and he's raising a 10-year-old. Mm-hmm. And I really got the impact of who does this? But somebody who is led by God. Mm-hmm. That's right. He was in so much pain. I was like, I couldn't even imagine the pain that this man was going through. 27, think about that. At 27, are you kidding me? I was like, man, I just want to travel the world at 27, not have a 10-year-old, a dead wife, and a 1 week old. Mm. And I just thanked him so much. And I'll leave with this, is that the impact that my mom left, and I think about it almost every day, and I pray that one day I could have this impact on people, is when my mom passed, and this is before cell phones, Facebook, internet, email, any of this, over 500 people showed up to her wake. Mm-hmm. She was only in Florida for 3 years because we moved from New York City. Over 500 people showed up to the wake. Over 700 people showed up to the funeral. Over almost 1,000 through the whole week. And she only knew people for 3 weeks or 3 years. And I said, I just pray one day, God, give me the ability to have that kind of impact on people. Mm-hmm. That when I pass, they have a celebration.
And tell them what's happened recently with your biological dad.
Well, my biological father, not that long ago, when my son was born, you guys probably see Andrew around here, running around and hanging from things around here. When he was born, I decided I needed to give him a call. Frankie, that's his name. And if for any of you who's wondering, my biological name is Franklin Andre Padilla. When it changed, it was Franklin Andrew Cruz. I know Cruz is a lot cooler name. So I know Bridget says that all the time. So when he was born, I said, I've got to get this past taken care of. And so I called Frankie and I said, look, I know we don't have any kind of relationship, but I really do want you to know my son, because I want you to have the ability to be a grandfather. And he started crying on the phone. And periodically we had great relationships. And then, not even recently, I just told him, I said, I don't know what it is, but I feel there's something still in the space about me and you. And I just want to clear it up. I totally forgive you for your past. You have no past with me. And I want to get clear. I do have a father, and his name is Eli Cruz. And I love you also. But we could start new every time we meet. And I will have no past with you, I promise. And I will give you the ability to see my child, to see our kids, to hang out whenever you like. And he's taken that upon himself. And a lot of times he'll call me and text me and see how everything's going. But what came up for him was he started crying on the phone. He's like, you have no idea how long I've just wanted to hear that you forgive me. I said, you need to forgive yourself. And when he got that, he just started breaking down because he never forgave himself. He never, over 30 years, he just kept on hating himself every day. And I was like, no more. No more. I love you. I appreciate you. And it's funny because he's only 5'4", 140 pounds. I'm 6 foot, 220. And it's hilarious because we do have a great relationship. So the fathers that are listening to this, again, you could start today.
Come on.
You can start right now. It doesn't, well, what if he says no? Then stay committed. Don't be attached to an outcome. I tell people all that time. Don't be attached to, what if they laugh at me? So what? What if they walk right by me? So what? Get over it. It already happened. You screwed up. Be a man and suck it up and then move forward. But you don't want to live your life saying, oh my God, she died. Now what do I do? Mm-hmm. Now he really wants, no. Us as a son, you know what? All I ever wanted for him to say is, man, I love you. That's it. I even told him, I said, man, if you had just gave me one card, that's all I ever wanted. All the other stuff, it already passed. I don't even care about it. I'm not going to, who cares? Move forward now.
Come on.
That's it. That's all I ever ask. And that's what I'm telling the fathers. If you haven't seen your child, today's the day. If you haven't sent them an email or a text or whatever, or if you haven't called them, stay committed. Don't be attached to an outcome. Are you committed or are you attached? Because I'll tell you this right now, and I'm going to look dead at this screen. You can zoom right into my face. My mother, when she passed, she paid for this smile right here. The truth of the matter is are you committed? Are you attached? The last words is this. You are not promised tomorrow. If something happened to your child tomorrow and you had the ability to pick up a phone, drive to their home, show them that you love them, anything, and you did not, that's on you. Because you're hearing my voice, you have the ability. Do it. And stop talking about it. Stop trying to make up whatever you need to make up in your mind. and do it. God's telling you to do it. Your spirit's telling you to do it, so you need to do it. Move forward anytime you can create that relationship.
It's good.
Because I'm that person that needed that relationship, and I wish that would have been done, and now it's getting done 30 years later.
It's good. Good. Give him a big God bless you. Good job, buddy. Proud of you. Proud of you.